Hey, good morning, Kirby World, and welcome back to another episode with Caffeine Pedano. We hope that you just enjoyed one of the best Sell Kirby days you ever had. Obviously, last Saturday was Sell Kirby Day, and the numbers are coming in, and hopefully you're in the drawing to win that free Kirby, both from domestic and international. You know, right now we're in the middle of the push month, and just because Sell Kirby Day is over, it doesn't mean you don't stop pushing. This is now just the May 11th, so you still have a good 20 days left in this month. Whatever your goals were, you're going to be able to achieve them very easily. I'd also like to make a quick shout out to all the recruiters out there in Kirby World. We just announced at the beginning of May an elite recruiting team bonus. You know, we have this elite recruiting team trip that started in March, is going through August. It's a 6-month qualifying, but right now in the month of May, what we're doing is any recruiter that gets 15 icebreakers or 15 countdowns is actually going to win a beautiful crystal clock from the Kirby Company World Headquarters with a letter of appreciation. When you get 20 icebreakers or 20 countdowns, you're actually going to win an extra day on the elite recruiting trip once you qualify for the trip. And anybody that sells 30 with 30 icebreakers or 30 countdowns will actually win a free Kirby along with the extra day, along with the crystal clock. You win all 3 tiers. So I'm wishing you all the best of luck. It's a great month to recruit, especially with college scholarships right now. We have a lot of people coming out of college, just graduating, looking for work, and we have a college scholarship bonus that your supervisors and distributors will certainly tell you about. But right now, let's send you off to Mr. John Pedano, all right, our National Sales Manager, for some Caffeine with Pedano.
And we are positive. Hey, let's not forget, wash our hands, social distance. Let's wear our mask. We are positive. Hey, I want to talk a little bit quickly about time management, because the reality of it is we've all got the same 24 hours in a day, right? Some people accomplish tons and tons and tons of things in their 24 hours. Some people don't get anything done. So it's really not about managing time, is it? It's really about managing ourselves and what we do at the time, and to be really effective in those 24 hours. And in Kirby land, as a dealer, it was always very simply put to me, hey kid, it's 3 demos a day. You strive for 3 demos minimum every single day. If you fail at 3, you end up at 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 6 plus 9 gives you 15 demos a week, 60 demos a month. You are going to be successful if you're putting on 60 presentations a month and you're doing what you're supposed to do in those presentations. The 5 musts: overcoming the excuses before they come up. But anyways, today I wanted to talk a little bit about the time management, but I want to talk about pulling dirt with the upright, because you've got to pull dirt like you're in a hurry. Because let's be realistic. We don't have all day to pull 100 pads, right? If all of a sudden that customer gets the idea that this is going to drag on or be boring or kind of dull, right? They're going to start looking at their watch. Hey kid, how long is this going to take? Hey, how much more do you have to go? I've got plans. And all of a sudden the demo's over, right? So you've got to keep pulling that dirt exciting, and you've got to keep it moving along. And we pull the most dirt with the Kirby during the upright presentation. That's when you need to get between 40 and 50 pads. And very simply, I find that the reason a lot of new dealers don't get their 100 pads is because they're vacuuming the whole rug before they change a filter. Look at, all you got to do is get a little bit of dirt on that pad, and when we're in pulling dirt mode, it's up, back, up, back, up, back, change the pad. Up, back, up, back, up, back, change the pad. Otherwise, it's going to take forever and a day. There's also a few things you want to do with those first few dirt pads that you pull with the upright. So that's what I want to go ahead and do now for you. And again, I think I covered it at a different caffeine meeting, but I'm going to kind of go over it again, folks. This is the world famous Kirby upright sweeper. Really the best on the market. Couple nice features to the Kirby upright. It's made out of metal, lightweight and durable. It's got the nice wide cleaning head. You clean this more area with less pushing it around. It's also great because the handle's spring loaded, and of course there's no guesswork as to what height to use. The Kirby automatically tells you a little sound change in the motor. As you lower the height down, you're going to hear that sound change. So here we go. Folks, but oh my Lord. Folks, again, this is what the Kirby's all about. This is what I've been all about for the last 107 years. Folks, if you take a look at this, oh my Lord. Now, folks, and then we always shake some sand and grit on top of your dust meter. Take a quarter or a piece of change and set it on top of there, and then rub that baby around, and you get like a little scratching sound to it. And as you're doing that, explain to the customer about sand and grit. Folks, sand is very abrasive. We use it to sandpaper, sandblast buildings. Folks, let's face it, sand gets down at the bottom of your carpet, and then what happens? People walk on the rug and they rub the carpet fibers up against that sand and that grit, which actually sands the fibers away from the bottom up. That's what gives you the traffic patterns and wear patterns in your carpet. And by keeping this out, it's easy to see that the carpet's going to look nicer and last longer, isn't it? But folks, there's many ways to explain the sand and grit story. That's just one of them. The other one I always like to do after I pulled a few pads. And let me show you what I'm talking about as far as pulling these pads quick. Remember, if you remember, a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, we talked about the key to a good rug shampoo is getting that dirt out first, right? So when you explain that to them, now you've just got to pull that dirt as quick as you can. And folks, I would concentrate on the traffic patterns and wear patterns. That's where you're going to find the most dirt. So here we go. Up, back, change the pad. Oh my Lord, folks, this is unbelievable. And then say this a lot during your demo. Isn't that amazing? Folks, I can't believe all this dirt. Can you? This is unbelievable, isn't it? And you know, when you say, isn't that amazing? I can't believe all this dirt, can you? This is unbelievable, isn't it? You're actually creating excitement about the Kirby getting the dirt out for that customer. And you know, let's face it, folks, we've talked about it. We're going to keep on talking about it. When you get excited about what the Kirby does, guess what? Your customers get excited about what the Kirby does. And when they get excited about it, guess what they do? They buy that Kirby from you. That's 100% right. But now back to pulling dirt. Holy smokes. And again, folks, and look, when you show your customer the dirt, I always like bringing some of the pads right up to them and shaking that sand and grit back onto that meter on the glass and having them feel that sand and grit. Again, it feels just like sand off a beach. Folks, if I turned this sand upside down on your coffee table and started rubbing it around, other than you removing me from your home, what would happen to your coffee table? Well, it would scratch it. Which is harder, the wood that your coffee table is made out of or the fabric that your carpet is made out of? Which is harder? Well, the wood is harder. So if the sand and grit would scratch the wood, what is it doing to your carpeting and furnishings? Again, folks, that's how the Kirby saves you money. That's why we say the Kirby actually pays for itself in the savings it creates. Because realistically, folks, if all the Kirby did by getting all this dirt out was keep you from replacing all the carpet and all the furnishings you have in your home one time, how much money would that save you? And it's always going to be greater than the cost of a Kirby. So the Kirby won't cost you anything if it's going to save you more than it costs, right or wrong. Fantastic. And again, We talk about it all the time, but remember, never talk about a contest unless it's real. Never talk about a contest unless you're in it. Never, ever, 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 even when it's true, tell your customer you only need one more sale because it just sounds unbelievable, right? But let that customer know about your contest because that's the reason why you want to sell the Kirby today. It's not the reason they want to buy it today. It's the reason why you want to sell it today. So folks, just keep in mind, if you do see something you like or need, I'll definitely make it worth your while. I've got a chance to win that trip to Lake of the Ozarks. So look it, you've kind of got me hanging upside down over a barrel. I need every sale I can get my hands on. So if you like what you see, please tell me. Fair enough? By the way, how do you like it so far? And look, when you say it that way, the worst answer or worst response you ever get is, it's okay. Right? How do you like it so far? It's okay. And then you say this, it's nice, isn't it? So listen, folks, if you noticed, with the up, back, I can literally pull 5 to 10 pads in a minute, right? So if you do the math, to pull 100 pads, if all I did was clean, would literally take me between 20 and 25 minutes to lay 100 pads out there. So if you're in a home for 90 minutes and you don't have 100 pads, it probably means you're doing a lot of talking, right? And when you know a lot of sales clinchers, then you're saying the right things. But if you're new, let me give you some advice. Do a little less talking and more cleaning and get those pads out, because nothing's going to sell the Kirby better than those dirt pads, because they constantly say what? You need a new machine. You need a new machine. You need a new machine. That's what the dirt says to that customer. So with that being said, let's not forget we have to disinfect. So I'm going to get these pads out of the way. And look it, we've disinfected the carpet, the chair, the couch. We even did the Dyson once. I think for today, we're going to disinfect whatever this machine is and kill the germs and the bacteria. And again, look it, what is the disinfectant service for? It's to get in more homes. It's to do more demos, right? We disinfect, EPA approved, right? So it's safe on food surfaces, plants, pets, children, etc. It can be right around. It kills the coronavirus in a minute, and it kills other bacteria, viruses, and mold in 4 minutes. I don't know any customer today that wouldn't want to have a disinfectant service done on a rug, a set of furniture, a mattress, a hard surface floor. You could even do their kitchen table, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to disinfect. Nope, it's still there. Just kidding. But anyways, folks, when you use it on a hard surface, let it set for 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, it's going to kill what it kills. Then you can wipe it dry or let it air dry. And with that being said, we are positive.
You know, I'm continually amazed that when John gives the information for those 12 to 15 minutes that he shares with you every Tuesday morning with Caffeine Pedano, the information that comes out that helps the new dealers, the senior dealers, the team leaders, the recruiters, the DTs, the FDs. He's just a bucket of information and a bucket of talent. And John, I just want to say thank you for all the information you give to everybody and the time you put into it, because it is absolutely amazing. Listen, we're in May. It's a push month, and push months make and break careers. You set goals at the beginning of the month. You're working towards them now. Don't stop working. Continue to stay focused on your goals, because I promise if you work all month, every month, by the end of the month, I promise you'll probably hit your goals. But don't let up. As a bonus also, we have a college scholarship program that was just introduced. In the months of May, June, July, August, and September, Kirby World Headquarters is giving away $500 to the top college student over 10 sales. All right, so we're giving away $2,500. when they return back to the universities, which will be just great free money for them. And what an opportunity for a recruiter to use that as a tool to get that elite recruiting team qualification set up for yourself. So listen, we wish you the best of luck. We're supporting you here at Kirby World headquarters. We're looking for May to be one of our best months ever. So we started strong. Let's finish strong.